Good evening, everybody. We're gonna pick up where we left off. I've almost got my voice back completely to where it was. Almost being the key words. Almost. I did, however, during my breaks at work today, learn about a bear named Wojtek, who served in the Polish army and, what's that? In World War II. Who apparently carried artillery shells for the 22nd Polish Artillery Division, as a bear does, of course. It's pretty cool, man. So we have to open a buried treasure. Ooh, reflex. Purified tar. Barrel. Right now we're just doing some basic exploring, just kind of seeing what's out there. It appears that Felix is not joining us this evening, which makes me sad. Snap. Good thing I caught it in time, right, guys?
Systems active. Systems active. Greetings, Rangers.
Lovely. So tell me where that's going now. It's not okay. Alright, we're gonna try to do this again, but this time we're gonna try to not blow ourselves up. Congratulations, guys. We managed to do so without blowing ourselves up. I'm very proud of all of us here. Felix. One second.
Please!
Hey,
My son's
Rangers!
not a Dorsey!
How'd you like that welcome
go.
party at the lake?
How does it feel now?
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot. I made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some. Figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. We were starving, no two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? The magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work. I'm used to hard work around the homestead. And I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing people, telling the truth about how things really are. Sure didn't turn out like I hoped. No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why I let myself get caught up in this. But if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. I'm gonna do that like a man. Nice talking to you.
Bastards!
No break bread!
I hope
No
you die
break
slow!
bread! Son's done nothing wrong!
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders. You'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy. His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience.
Damn.
You wish to compensate the city and the owners of the damaged properties for their losses. I can facilitate that. That's the price in Colorado dollars. Understand that the law cannot wait until you have the means to pay. Mercy. I do not see the word in my law books. The Patriarch has charged me to dispense justice, not mercy. Proceed. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. Oh, to the contrary. It is more merciful than the punishments meted out by the mountain clans or the gangs of the plains. If we did any less, they would see our nation as weak. And in Colorado, weakness is death. As much as we might long for the world before the bombs, when justice was not so cruel, that is not the world we inhabit.
And let's be honest, Judge. You kinda like it too, don't you?
No, I do not. I only do what the law commands.
And since you're the law around here, I guess you're your own boss.
I follow principles set forth at the second founding of this city, as you know very well. Without our laws and the penalties to enforce them, we're no better than the Wastelanders. For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction.
Convenient.
Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Proceed, indeed.
What a dick.
We ain't gonna beg for our lives. We ain't weak like
Someone please help my boy!
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself.
Sheriff Daisy!
Ah, Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help. Hold on now. You aren't Marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. Forgive me. That was unkind. I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when. That may be, but my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration. I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives. Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits. No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll— Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave please put in a word to the sheriff for me. If she'd only lend me a marshal or two, I'd rescue my family myself.
We should build some more watchtowers.
Miss Wesson, could you— I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers?
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Quan. It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's Don't blink. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badass. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages.
Is that gun fire? That gun looks like it's on fire.
Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the guard.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
That girl, you think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor. In fact, I'm gonna insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. All of them. So, I am ready when you are. Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family... I believe you're trying to trick me, strangers. There is no right gun for hunting bison. The safest way to hunt bison is to stampede them off of a cliff, and only if you have a very fast vehicle. At last.
Yeah. Putting scopes and stuff on stuff. Ooh, can I do that? Ooh, I can. Okay, hold on. Wait, can I get rid of that? Darn it. Well, I learned my lesson today. Yep, I learned my lesson. I guess I will just give him both of those. Oh, that takes energy. Okay, that might be an issue. I don't know if I have that. Alright, in the meantime... Yeah. Is that a giant dildo next to a cross and a rubber chicken? It is. Ooh, look, a giant hammer. And a... Is that a were-rabbit? No, it's just a skull. This must be their armory. I must get in there.
I hope you die slow! New in town? Did you hear about what happened? Sure has. Dorsey's got into the city, but nobody knows how. They started shooting up the place and killed a lot of people. Then they made a run at the Patriarch's palace. Oh, but they couldn't get inside. It took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the marshals beat him back. Now they're holed up in the Garden of the Gods. Well, some of them, anyway. Others jumped in their trucks and ran for it. Just what I've been told. Back before I was born, they were the family that betrayed the Patriarch and tried to take charge of Colorado. The thing is, everybody thought they'd been dead for years. I mean, there's tons of stories about how the Patriarch wiped them all out. Yep, I work for the Colorado Patriot, only newspaper left in America. We tell people what's happening in the city and what they should think about it. Be careful. Might still be Dorseys hiding out in the city.
God darn it, Martha. Why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it? Consarn it. You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there.
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life. Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed. Thank you. Keep an old man from killing him.
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially you do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over.
Yummy.
Garden of the Gods is just north of Market Square. Marshal Lupinski should be on.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off!
So good.
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the Arapahoe garage, just outside the city gate. And here, a little token of our... Come on back after we reopen the shop.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The Doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
Snap and Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys. You think a little raid would stop Snap and Jimmy Bob? No siree. Oh, hey! New faces? Let me know if you need to restock. I hear there's still some let's.
Alright. I have enough money to buy that one kid. Or say buy that one kid. Free that one kid. Let's head back down over yonder. Let's pay that $200 fine. It's free. Good old Austin.
How does it feel now?
Rangers, what brings you here? Excellent. This is the cost in Colorado dollars. This is irregular, but it is within my powers to grant you full custody. You should inform the boy. Best he hears the good news from you.
I hope you die slow.
Still here. Not looking forward to what comes next. What? Are you serious? You really saved my life and I get to be a ranger? Soon as they let me free, I'm going straight to your headquarters. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Rangers. Can't wait to get out of here.
Murderers!
We did a good deed today.
Bastards! How does it feel now? Murderers!
Bastards!
What's this then?
You got business with McTavish? Come into the machine shop. If not, then fuck off.
Bastards!
I am staying here until they all. This is exactly what those. I am staying here.
I'm staying.
Some of the refugees.
This is exactly what those Dorsey bastards deserve. I hope some of the refugees helped the Dorseys. Can you believe it?
The deluge of blood is coming for you all!
Rangers, what brings you here? Indeed.
I guess the question marks aren't like points of interest or like temporary points of interest. Which is fine. Probably would not hurt to get her a secondary skill.
Hey, take a look at what these marsh. Who are these assholes? They look like easy prey to me. Waste them.
Flanking the torso.
Flesh wounds.
Live fire!
Why is everybody so far behind me?
Jesus, Hoss.
That fight did not go according to plan. Not at all.
Yeah. Friend in need. You're the best.
Ready for vengeance!
What's the matter with you? Don't you know the city's on lockdown? I'm not. Go away!
Jesus, loaves and thick crab cakes. Well, I guess that takes care of the landmine.
Okay. Ow. I really have to be that careful. around
Welcome to
stuff
the
now.
freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Emporium! We have everything you need, just for the asking. You didn't hear this from me, Franz. But word is, there's still Dorseys all around the city waiting to jump innocents such as yourself. Sardine.
Ooh, savage on them. Flammenwerfer. I'm not really looking to do a whole lot of upgrading or anything like that right now. But I do think she needs a bit better weapon. Where'd it go? There it is.
Sorry, no admittance. Museum's closed.
Did you see the Dorseys almost blow up the statue?
Yeah.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. Remedies for regret, children. Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Who used duct tape to fix this? Terrible. Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall. I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine nuclear reactions at room temperatures, making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again. It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers. Believe me, back to the wall.
Make sure you take care of that bike when you get to it.
That rust trap?
Because this was Jimmy Longhaul's first cop.
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
Nah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
I want this, but I cannot afford it. I just bought a bunch of medical supplies.
Note.
Ugh.
Hey, Doc.
Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties.
Understood, brother. Come on, Rangers.
There are people literally dying around you, and you want me to ignore them to put a few band-aids on you? Great. Come over here and let's see your great and terrible wounds. There, all patched up. They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them. Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally Talk more when you come back. What now? There are people dying right here, right now, and you're trying to get me to leave? What the hell are you thinking? Good luck.
I have those things. I have a suture kit.
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping me.
My leg! You said it! Still hurt.
Feeling better by the minute. You saved my life.
wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Where? What's...
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see the other guy.
No, but I can go get one. Hopefully. Hopefully I can go get one.
Welcome back, children. Had another rough night. Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Let's round him up and bring him back to Doc Parker.
I freaking hate that. I don't like the fact that, like, there needs to be a button to select everybody or nobody.
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see the other guy. You closed my wound. I won't miss staring at my own guts.
What now? Good. Thank you. One sec, though. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm you see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. Thank you. Thank you. Need anything before I get my stuff together?
Oh, I should have just waited a few minutes. I could have saved myself 20 bucks.
See you at the base, then.
Alright, so I've got a doctor and a gopher, I suppose. I do not like the way that the party system works, where I have to constantly babysit my party. I do not like that. Myth does not like that. I also don't like how it automatically reloads all my guns. I really enjoyed reloading those manually in the old game.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Well, much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards. Sheriff Daisy said to let you go on in. So?
Marshal Lupinski, I expect you to moderate.
My apologies, Miss Weston. I meant no disrespect. It's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental farms. Nope. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
That's not oh, crap. Well, I hope I just don't get too hurt. That's all I can imagine for. At least I hope I find some freaking some more med packs.
Hello? Whoever just came up from the city, come in. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can you reach me? Oh, thank God. I'll call out if I see you. As long as it's safe. Hey! Oh no. They found me.
Yeah? Why not? I've got this whole place rigged to blow. That's why. Hey! Where did you come from? You back the hell off, or you're dead!
They're right about the food and the ammo, cousin. And I don't think Nelius is coming back for us.
Fine. We'll just put our weapons down, okay? Nice and slow.
We'll go quiet. Just don't give...
Please tell me I get to keep all this.
This is Ranger HQ. Reading you loud and clear, November 1. What's your status? Copy that, November 1. Dispatching an arrest team now. Over and out.
Oh, God. Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me!
Lucia?
Again, I don't like
I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia,
If they've done anything to my people,
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... God, no, I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared... My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I invented the solar collectors and experimental farms on top of the rocks. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys came through here, herding their hostages with them. So I hid up here, and they're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming, so they beat them too. Then they dragged them all further on, toward their camp. The PALs, photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. They polarize the waves and create constructive interference. Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collectors, or even thaw frozen components. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put a decimal in the wrong place.
Huh.
A while ago, we found some old, non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues that have always been a problem for the city. I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
what about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but you saved my life. I won't forget it.
I really don't like the fact that they can't just make a little video or a little cutscene where we get all together. Instead, we're flipping back and forth over there. I don't like that. Submachine gun. Tommy gun, no less. We like Tommy guns. Again, I don't like the fact that, like, it's weird that they're not traveling together as a group. I mean, I know that the models will be right next to each other. Like, I should not have to constantly... There should be a button somewhere that groups and ungroups, but by default, there should always be a frozen grouped or ungrouped button. That needs to be faster, too.
HAL operational test number, 110. I've adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion rate. Everything's set. Here we go. The photon amplification lenses are operating in 60% ambient light, approximately what we would expect on a typical day in Colorado Springs. Checking the voltmeter now. Yes, it's working. Energy storage is 12% above norm. This is better than I hoped. Now, if I can get the storage rate up to 25%, we'll have surplus power running into the batteries each day. For the first time since the deluge of fire,
Oops. Okay, we're not doing that. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I kind of wish I'd grabbed Animal Whisperer. Why is it everybody else crouching when I crouch? If I tell everybody, if I'm selecting everybody and I say crouch, you should all crouch. Yes, sneaky stuff. Oh, you've got upgrades. Ooh, that's nice. That's actually not bad. Whoa. I was like this too, good lord. That's tempting. Oh, that's nice. This thing is very useful. Why is it nobody else goes down? Oh my gosh, that is terrible. How am I supposed to ever do like any group movements if y'all can't all work together?
In my field of fire!
Haircuts!
Ow.
This is gonna be explosive!
Hell.
Dorsey, still breathing.
Wasteland 2 than it does this one. Maybe I'm just being unfair about it. Not in a great position. Graham. There's not a lot of places I can cover.
My bullets are skull nukes.
The deluge is coming for us all!
bandages.
Ow. I am playing on hard. I guess that does make a difference. It's not at all what I wanted. Okay, well then let me heal you, please.
That'll do nicely. Thanks.
No, that's not good. We can't have that. Can't have one of my characters doing 15% less damage.
Thank you, kind.
First off. She is on the front lines. I kind of want to give her some extra armor. Yay! I've got new stuff for my car, which I have yet to use. Good times, kids. Bioshock helmets. I like that. Myth is a big fan of Bioshock helmets.
What's in that pit?
Don't worry about it. Chicken here. Cyborg chicken? That's the way I hope my chickens look at me, just confused.
No. Can't see a thing. I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this. That was one of the Skylar girls, I think. Seems like we ought to leave her alone. Feels an awful lot like grave robbing.
I kind of want to get it from her, but I'm sure she's not going to like that at all.
Isaac Reed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brygo's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look, I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did.
Stop talking right now.
We thought we were in the right. The Dorseys promised that we could take down the Patriarch. They didn't say anything about murdering hostages.
What about all the other people they killed? Or was that part okay with you, Isaac?
It was Nelius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. Farron Brygo's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please.
A better way? I can't think of one. Not after what he did to my family. You want to let him walk away from what he's done?
I'm gonna be a good guy this turn around.
I have justice right here, in the palm of my hand. I am more than happy to mete it out. I would be delighted to be its instrument.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. They'll be happy to hear that, Team November, as am I. Good job getting those sumbitches. Over and out.
More Tommy gun. Something up here. I guess that is the back way up here, I suppose. I don't even know.
beat on them. And...
That doesn't sound good. No, it's better than 30%. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Get him. I'm not gonna hit him. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit him at all. Too close. I'm probably gonna hit her. Nope. Lucky hit. Really? Really? One shot is all I got? Oh, I forgot to add armor to some of these people too. Okay, that's kind of cool. Didn't even notice this. Probably should have gone that way than the other way. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so just one more and I'm in 5, huh? That'll be nice to have, but first let's, need a better chance to hit. Skills. Upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. He's kind of a well-rounded guy, huh? Alright, let's give him awareness bonus or coordination. He does. He's actually doing okay for action points. He's a bit slow in the uptake, but that's right. That would be nice, give him more skills. Oh, he's a sneaky guy, huh? Alright. Is that it?
You let Isaac live? After he gave aid and comfort to the enemies of the Patriarch? After he helped them kill my family? You let him live? Why arrest him when you killed all those others? What made him special? I'll be the keeper of my own conscience, thank you. I am a grown woman. You have no right to make these decisions for me. Forgive me. I appreciate the thought. This is just difficult. I suppose you're right, though. It is better not to have such a thing weighing on my soul. But the people who are truly responsible, Neelius Dorsey and Liberty Buchanan, I will bring justice to their doors. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. We should go after Neelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Neelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have...
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
Ooh, that looks much better. Even though it's kind of poking through the helmet. Bonk. Ooh, okay, that's gonna hurt. I need an armor mod.
How's the family? Shut your hole.
Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium, Sardinely.
Really? Then who the hell was that in my house?
Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Sardinely.
Hey, get back to some real money again. Probably look more at the items. Ooh, that'd be nice. Is this weapon modern? So I can probably put that onto her weapons. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, minimum damage -4, so it drops everything down, but okay, so it just makes a wider range.
You ever hear of car gardens?
You mean where they grow these fine automobiles for our personal use?
Don't get cute.
What can I do for you? Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
What we didn't expect was 50
I wonder if I
VWs
can buy
in his
ammo for
garden,
that.
hanging around
That'd be
like
nice.
shrubbery in a rich man's home. Damn waste of some good cars, but
That'd be nice too, actually. But that would be really nice.
You mean where they grow these fine automobiles for our personal use?
Let's just head back to the... Let's go look at the statue too.
City's really humming again, huh?
It's great to see.
Just wish they'd rebuild it.
Marshall's cracked the outfits.
There's the Polizia station. Polizia. Okay, so
This is Corporal Gonzalez at Ranger Command. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rosie Wong at the Sands Lux Apartments. The tap water's brown again.
That's not really our department, Miss Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is. I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water.
alright.
Came here for every class trip we ever had. Is Buchanan a man?
Yeah, this whole place is a gloss. But who wants to hear all the ugly details?
My uncle tells me you're a man of questionable morals, Mr. Kwan.
Well, that's why I'm on the payroll. Somebody's got to get their hands dirty. So good folk like you just keep your hearts clean.
That's not how Colorado Springs works, Mr. Kwan. That's how you work.
Huh. I'm sure you know best.
That's creepy.
Greetings, visitors. My name is Junko Murayama, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Saul Buchanan Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Our new and improved animatronic exhibits will bring history to life as you learn about the rise of the Patriarch, the unification of the 100 families, and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready? Let's go!
She sounds way too happy. Display still active? Restore power to something.
Why, hello there. My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum, or, as I like to call it, home. Me and my friends here are dedicated to telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and the refounding of the great state of Colorado, which is just the first step in Saul's plan to bring back the good old United States of America. Now, just stroll from stage to stage and we'll tell you the story along the way. It's as simple as that. Any questions before you go? Look just like my picture, don't I? Now, wait a minute. Let me give you my good side. There you go. I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better than I was. Life's been pretty tough on old Baldy since the world went to pot. Lost a lot of feathers. But now that Patriarch Buchanan's rebuilding America, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with Saul's humble start in this very town. And it follows the trials and tribulations he faced uniting the 100 families, defeating the Monster Army, and bringing peace and security to Colorado. And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages. Saul Buchanan is far too modest for such egotistical shenanigans. No, sir. It was the 100 families who built this place as a gracious thank you to the Patriarch for all he's done for them. Great youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before.
Then came the gangs of the eastern plains, hoping to rob us of our worldly gains. Old Saul saw him coming and he rolled up his sleeves. He said, "You're all nothing but a pack of thieves." Strong as an ox at 70, he faced down the savages again and again. Then drove them back to the desolate east and secured for Colorado an endless peace. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again. The 100 families came to see O Springs, and all fell to fighting over frivolous things, till Saul raised their heads to the circling wings of the vultures who were waiting to dine like kings. He said that the only way to save the land was to bury the hatchet and all shake hands. So they signed the treaty in a single day and begged him to lead them and show them the way. Is Buchanan a man? what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again.
Cool. That's getting downright painful.
With the families behind him, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flab the Inhaler surrendered his crown. Buchanan spared Flab and made him a deal.
If your boys work for me, they'll never miss a meal.
Flab signed up on the dotted line. Now his monsters keep us safe in the evening time. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again.
Flab the Inhaler, for those who are illiterate in history, is Vlad the Impaler, I'm assuming.
Well, the Dorseys thought they had a better idea. Believed they could rule by murder and fear. Tried to steal Colorado from our patriarch, but old Saul proved his bite was worse than his bark. Drove out the Dorseys and gave their land to the poor and the needy and the Indians. So mercy for the merciless was his stand. So he hunted the Dorseys to the very last man. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man. The truest of men. You could say that again.
Okay. Actually, with that, it is getting kind of late for me, so I'm probably going to call it quits. And since I am actually getting better, I kind of don't want to jeopardize that by staying up too late. Sick. So. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a follow. Send it to your friends if you think it's worthy of a follow. Excuse me. Hopefully by tomorrow my voice will be 100%, and then we'll have, since tomorrow's Friday, maybe tomorrow we'll do a longer stream, or maybe I'll go back to Command and Conquer Generals, and we'll try to finish that last freaking level. We'll find out. So have a good night. I will see you all again very soon.